Here is our final product of our fire pit, the pavers, and the retaining wall base. Our fire pit friendly space here has a nice cover tree that's on the right here. Right underneath that tree we have our swing with a cover, so a nice chill place that you can just come up above the fire pit and have a cool place to relax. Right up here we have our barbecue grill station, so I can be cooking up here and then hand down to people in the pit. We're eventually going to put some nice wooden benches and some camp chairs in here, so I can just hand them right down to people. They can be cooking some s'mores in here or just enjoying a really nice summer night with that fire pit. And then we have a nice walkway over here coming all the way down. So it's really nicely nestled in here, right in between our main open yard and the shop that I work out of, which is right behind you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this project, and hopefully it's going to help you do something cool like this with the space of your own.
DIY with Chris, giving you the tools to do it yourself. Today on DIY with Chris.
Hey DIY team, right now we have purchased some of the supplies that we need. Not completely there yet, but we're going to go ahead and start working into assembling the base and leveling it out. So we've already taken some machinery when I rented a tractor, and we were able to scoop off a lot of this area. This was a slope that was going down. You can see the picture here. And there wasn't much grass there at all or anything. It was just a basic slope, so I decided to go ahead and make a fire pit out of this. And we scraped it off initially with the tractor, but that still didn't get everything out. So I had to go back behind it and use a pickaxe, and a lot of shovel work. Took us a couple of weeks to get all of this dirt shoveled out of here. Probably not completely done yet, but it's cleared out enough for me to go ahead and start moving forward. So the major components that we're going to have here is going to be the fire pit. Here in the middle, we got this fire pit insert from Home Depot for about $200. It is a 3 foot wide by 3 foot wide fire pit insert, and then the paver stones to go around it, also from Home Depot. All of this stuff was purchased from Home Depot, but the paver stones around it, we have the red paver stones that are laid down here, and then we have some more off to the side. So this was our initial mock-up to let us know approximately how many we would need and how it would fit in here. So now we're going to pull all of this out, the retaining wall blocks, pull all of it out. A lot of projects during your leveling require about 3 or 4 inches of composite gravel, crushed gravel, to put down initially, and then you're going to put down your sand over top of that and then get into your pavers to make sure that everything's level. But looking at this new process, and a lot of the research that I did showed that people did prefer this process when they could afford it. So these are some paver based panels, and that's going to allow me to eliminate the 3 to 4 inches of crushed gravel underneath. This is already a very rocky area, so if you actually look at the bottom here, it's pretty much all gravel as is. So I think that my compact base is going to be working pretty well. But I'll go ahead and start laying these paver bases down right on top of this. I'll put some sand underneath them just to make sure that they're nice and level as I'm laying them down. We'll have a slight grade going forward to the front of the pit so water can run off. And then after we have all of the paver bases down, we'll put 3/4 of an inch of sand on top of the paver base before we start laying our pavers down. We're going to start in this back right corner here and start laying down the paver base, leveling it out, and we're going to work our way to the other side of the pit. we're on the final steps of completing our fire pit project here. We still have a few things more to do, but as you can see, we have finished laying all of our paver base that is over here, and we've put down our initial pavers. We've been able to go all the way around our fire pit with the exception of this channel that's here, and then also the one up front. I'm going to have to cut the rest of our bricks to size to fill those spaces. The fire pit kind of offset it, so I do have to cut those pieces to make them fit in there. So that's going to be one of the very last things that I do, because I do have to go rent a tool for that. I don't have anything for that right now, so I'm leaving that till last. But as we're going through right now, we've already laid our base layer down, and then we have put our sand concrete mixture that we picked up from Home Depot in all of those crevices and also between our pavers. This has to keep it moist for about 1 to 3 days, and so it recommends putting a tarp over that. We just keep on coming out here and spraying it down. So these bricks, these pavers are actually locked in pretty well. We haven't put any of that cement mix on the back side of these retaining wall blocks at this point, but just on the front side, it has already done a really good job at locking them into place. We've also done the same thing. We brought up our fire pit stones to level with these base pavers, and now I'm just building on top of those as well. So in between all of the layers, we are using construction adhesive that is here, and so we've already put quite a few of our retaining wall blocks here to keep the dirt out. The next things that we're going to be doing is I'm just finishing up putting all these bricks down. I have to go back and buy some more fire pit bricks. I've ran out of those ones. Once we finish doing this retaining wall, then we're going to backfill. There's about a 4 to 5 inch gap on the back side, so we're going to take some more of that sand concrete mix and backfill the whole back edge of all of these bricks, and that'll lock them into place even better than the construction adhesive that we're using right now. We've also been doing the adhesive in between those bricks. Our top layer is we're gonna put some of these short bricks here, like this here, and then we're gonna use our thicker bricks to come out. So it should look something like this, and that'll give us just a little bit of a lip coming over right here. And so it'll sit up flat like that, just right there, just flush like that. And so that's the final look that we're going for our fire pit. We'll show you how it looks when it's all done. Hopefully you are enjoying this project just as much as we are. Here is our final product of our fire pit, the pavers, and the retaining wall base. So we finished up by putting our final layer up here, as you can see, and there was quite a gap on all of the outer edges of our retaining walls. So I had to backfill that with the dirt. We've got it pretty much level here, and everything is locked right into place. I don't feel any movement or give on these, so that construction adhesive worked very well. I've seen some pretty bad reviews for it, but it did work very well for this application. We use the same construction adhesive also for our fire pit when we were doing it. So we showed you how we were starting that, and this is the top layer as I was trying to explain to you. We put the small blocks all the way around. These fit perfectly on the fire pit rim base. And then we just put these extra little square blocks on the outside of them, and we had to put again some small ones right here in the corners, and that finished it off. So I think it looks great. The only thing we'd have left to do to this fire pit is dig out a little bit, put that gravel base in there, and we're good to go, but we can start cooking right now. So our little fire pit home has a nice cover tree that's on the right here. Right underneath that tree we have our swing with a cover, so a nice chill place that you can just come up above the fire pit and have a cool place to relax. Right up here we have our barbecue grill station, so I can be cooking up here and then hand down to people in the pit. We're eventually going to put some nice wooden benches and some camp chairs in here, so I can just hand them right down to people. They can be cooking some s'mores in here or just enjoying a really nice summer night with that fire pit. and then we have a nice walkway over here coming all the way down. So it's really nicely nestled in here, right in between our main open yard and the shop that I work out of, which is right behind you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this project, and hopefully it's going to help you do something cool like this with the space of your own. So if you have any questions about this project, the things that we used or whatnot, I'm going to be putting links in the description of the things that we used so that you can have reference to those. All of the links in the description should be affiliate links of products that we used, and if you click those, that really helps us out. Please subscribe to our channel if you found this helpful and want to watch other videos that we do. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll do my best to answer them. And if you have any other comments about cool other things that we could do to the pit, or ideas that you have, feel free to leave them in there as well. The whole point of these videos is to help people out to make cool creative spaces just like this in your own backyard and save a whole lot of money doing it. Overall, this project probably cost about $800 to $1,000, and that was with no labor at all, just the pieces that we had to purchase. So hopefully that answers all your questions, and have a great day, DIY team.
DIY with Chris, giving you the tools to do it yourself. Today on DIY with Chris.